All right, this is Dr. Tony again at Chiropractic Clinic in Upland. I also have a podcast for Good Spine Show. I want to interview professionals like Courtney, my expert on migraines, of how to help us. She was a migraine sufferer before. Now she has recovered. She wants to help you understand how to recover naturally to regain your quality of life. If you had migraines before, they don't feel good. They shut you down. They basically shut down your ability to function that day, even weeks at a time. My patients come in because they have shots in their head from having migraines so often. So Courtney, take it away. Tell me your background. You've been a nurse for 7 years now. Why did you get into this type of a study to help people one-on-one?
Well, first off, I started my nursing career because I wanted to help people with migraines. I grew up from the age of 9 having migraines that caused me to have seizures.
Oh gosh. Wow.
So I know migraine and I know it well, and that's what made me want to help other people. And when I got into nursing and then nurse practitioner, I never got to do what I wanted to do. I never got to help
Mhm.
the people I really wanted to help. And so this was my way of branching out and really just helping people how I know to help them and how I helped myself.
And when you helped yourself, now that you helped yourself, what was the education, even if it's self-learning, to get to help yourself where it's consistent, reliable treatments that allow people to get better? What was your training?
First off, nurse practitioner school.
Mhm.
So I learned all my sciences and all that stuff through nurse practitioner school. But then I've slowly taken courses through the functional medicine aspect to learn lifestyle changes and just taking care of your body in a way, getting to the root cause and doing a better job of understanding your body versus just popping a pill every time you have a headache or every time you feel one coming on.
What's amazing how nurses especially understand the side effects and the non-change people that just keep popping pills when there's no really a diagnosis of what's going on. They're almost like pop pills to give you some relief, but don't really fix the problem. That's
Mm-hmm.
my biggest concern. How do we?
And it just continues to cause more of a problem. You just start having a cyclical effect where you pop a pill, then that causes problems with detoxifying, which then brings
Mhm.
it back to the headache, and it's just a never-ending
Well, it's
process.
amazing when they don't have it's just a catch-22 bad feedback loop that you're not seeing results at all. And that's my concern is people are not giving the answer. Hey, what's going on? We'll try this and maybe we'll try this, maybe we'll try this. And the side effects of taking those try these aren't very effective. So when you walk through when you're with a client, what's your normal demographics of clients right now? What's your demographics like?
Women,
Mhm.
moms, they resonate with me because I have 3 little babies of my own, and
Mm.
I can explain mom stress and just life stress and talk about, like, how we can do little bits of change through your life, even though life's crazy.
Mhm.
But I will help anybody and everybody that has migraines, like, chronic migraine. There's stress. There's all these things that you can change in your life that will help alleviate migraines in general. And there's a ton of different types of migraines.
We can empathize with them. Say, look, I've been there. I understand if you want to call it the lack of self care because you're caring for somebody else,
Hmm.
and you come last. The problem is when you have a bad migraine, you can function but barely.
Barely.
It's
You're
it's
laying on the couch while everyone else is just running around rampant in the house.
that's entertaining for us. For them, it's not entertaining.
Yeah, no.
So walk me through your five principal steps. I walked through a little bit on the line. What does functional labs include that you wouldn't get, for example, at a medical doctor because they wouldn't do that, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So there's 3 different ones that I really hone in on, which is the GI map, which that basically tells you if you have good or bad bacteria in your stomach, and if there's too much of the bad bacteria, not enough of the good bacteria, along with potential parasites,
Mm.
yeast, leaky gut, those types of things. And then I go on to the vibrant nutrient test, which that one, micronutrient test, that one tells you if the good micronutrients are getting into your cells. So if you have vitamins, minerals, all those things are actually, you may be taking them in, but they're not getting into the cell. And that's what the micronutrient tests make sure of, so that we can change your diet or change supplements, that type of thing, to help them get into the cells where they need to be working. And then, of course, the Dutch test is a hormone test, a hormone panel to for people with the cyclical migraine related to hormones, and that tells us stress hormones and the sex hormones to make sure, like with menstrual cycles, with that ebb and flow of estrogen and progesterone, to see if there's any way that we can help with lowering estrogen or increasing progesterone, whatever we need to do to help these people get rid of those hormonal migraines.
Well, I mean, in those three tests you're mentioning, you're understanding, okay, is the body toxic for some reason
Mm-hmm.
internally based on not even medication they've taken the last few years, just the medication they've taken, but their overall lifestyle? At that point, is their gut able to absorb the minerals, vitamins, nutrients it needs to actually recover and repair itself from the inside? And are the hormones allowed to actually function properly, or are they keeping the body at an off state or an imbalanced state where your symptoms of the migraines can't get better? Is that correct?
Absolutely.
And I think when someone understands that perspective, they go, "Wow, why did my medical doctor do this?
Mm-hmm.
Why did my insurance pay for this? Why does that occur normally?" You think?
Um, one thing I believe is the gut brain
Mm-hmm.
connection is just now becoming something really people are honing in on. So I think that's one thing. But the other thing is they don't have the time to sit down with a patient and say, "Hey, let me spend 90 minutes with you, go over your full history."
Doc, we have 10 people waiting outside, and you're like,
Exactly.
"Listen to me, what?"
Exactly. And so they're like, "We got 10 minutes. This pill will work. We're going to just drop that one over here and have them come back and see if it's working."
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that comes with side effects from those medications. I took several medications, Topamax being one, and I still have a problem with memory. Not necessarily my memory, but getting it off my tongue. Sometimes I can't find those words to process it.
My wife says I do it all the time, so that might be a normal thing. I'm not sure.
Potentially.
Well, you get the big picture is okay. If I'm going to pay to get to see a functional medicine doctor and allow someone to actually help me, a nurse, at that point, help me outside my insurance, realize my insurance is good for emergency care, for care that I may need. But
Hmm.
I take care of if I want my quality of health to go from where it is now, which is to a better state of health, I have to take care of myself. I have to invest in my own health,
Absolutely.
my own health care.
And I mean, at the end of the day, it's a drop in the bucket of
Mhm.
having a sustaining life where you get to go as a mom. I get to go out and really enjoy my kids. I get to go out and really get to have those experiences instead of laying on the couch just watching them run around. And,
Yeah.
just that's just one explanation of life, getting
Mhm.
out and doing things
Well,
versus
I
just
think
living.
the quality of life is huge, and when you don't, and we think, yeah, 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 whatever. When you don't have it,
Hmm.
you'll do a lot to get there. And
Hmm.
sometimes being desperate, we'll go to the doctor, medical doctor, insurance company, our practice, and go, okay, give me the med you wanted me to take. The problem is that's not long term. As you
No.
experience yourself too, how do we
Hmm.
think long term? How do we learn about what's going on inside to cause this to happen and the recovery itself too? So walk me through the second part of your fundamental principles is how do you educate your clients, your patients on migraines and what happens with them?
So there's a lot with migraine education. Some people know a whole lot more than others. And
Mhm.
so we first go over what migraines you're struggling with. Are you struggling with hormonal migraines? Well, then we need to go over here and try some different things than if you're struggling with abdominal migraine, which a lot of people don't know that that's a thing, but it's a thing. And we talk about which type of migraine you're struggling with, and then we talk about those symptoms, and then we go into how and why these are happening and how we can effectively get you to at least a lower amount of migraines. I use the threshold theory. So
Gotcha.
basically, think of you having like a little bucket, a little migraine bucket, and every day you're dripping those little drops into your little migraine bucket. Well, it overflows pretty quickly. So as long as if you raise that threshold and you end up getting a bigger bucket, and so then all those extra drops that you're dropping in with your triggers and all of that stuff, it doesn't overflow. So then you don't have that migraine. So that's my goal, is to get you a bigger bucket to have extra. You can have triggers. Everyone,
Mhm.
you can't affect all the triggers coming in, but you can help them.
Well, explain what are triggers or things like that to people who they may understand. Again, migraines, I may not have them right now, but I look for triggers. I think
Hmm.
it might be a headache or might be something else. What's a trigger?
So a trigger is going to be something that precipitates a migraine, something that your body goes, that's too much. I am overwhelmed. I am in an inflammatory state, and I'm done. I'm out. And then you get a migraine, and that's what your body is shutting down and saying, hey, I've had enough. I need rest. I need all these things. So migraines aren't necessarily bad. They just feel terrible, and it's your body telling you something's wrong. So by doing triggers are going to be anything from stress to foods to weather, anything. Some people know their food, like I can't eat strawberries, and they know that, and so they don't eat it, and that's not a drop in their bucket. But even other things can be like household products, fragrances. I'm severely sensitive to fragrances, so candles, anything that's in sprays, that type of stuff, that'll be another drop in my bucket.
Well, and a lot of these people may not know what that is and how that works. So working with you allows them if you want to call it the short learning curve. Okay, let's figure out where your triggers are, what they are, how do we minimize those? At that point, understand where your migraines are coming from, what type they are. So now we narrow things down, not because Google said so, but because we know what it is now. And working with someone like yourself, a coach, allows them allows you to be, or them to be, more accountable. And we're going to change these things around. So if strawberries does cause yours, do not eat strawberries. Next time you talk to them, man, I had a bad migraine. What do you eat? Strawberries. We talked about strawberries. Please
Come
stay away from
on,
strawberries.
yeah.
Come on, they love them, tasty because of the season it is. But we got to make sure people are giving people ability to be accountable, because they're going to talk to you again, understanding, okay, I need to focus on my lifestyle changes. So that point, my body can actually change what I'm eating, what I'm doing, what I'm smelling. Where am I, and how much stress I'm under? And how do you help people, if you want to call it, figure out the lifestyle changes they have to do over time? How do you work with I think it's your third principle, correct? Lifestyle changes?
Yeah, lifestyle changes.
Yep,
So
yep.
it's a pretty standard foundational process. You start with, let's just do the simple things. Let's get you hydrated. Let's eat some more whole foods. Let's get some better sleep. Get out and get in the sun and just enjoy moving. Just some of those basic lifestyle things that date back to centuries ago when we were a little healthier. So just getting the basic principles laid flat, and then we go on to the education there afterwards of what each person individually needs, because everybody needs something different.
Well, one thing is some people understand, even though we're all humans, right? Homo sapiens, this is our category. All of us are different. When I'm going through anatomy books and going through anatomy to chiropractic school, is our anatomist said, hey, look, we're going through cadaver today, and we're going to go through the cadaver next semester. Realize every cadaver is different. Every person's physical body is different. Everyone's bodies chemically, neurologically, hormonally are different too. What can have their threshold that cause a trigger can be different from somebody else. So that's when we have to understand whatever you're going through. We're going to walk through, as I'm speaking as you, I'm assuming, we're going to walk through where you are right now, what we're going to change over time lifestyle wise, where you are, to make it better, and make it more efficient for you. And what do you see as we want to call it the top things that people suffer from migraines that they stop doing because they're having migraines so often?
Drinking water,
Hydration.
and hydration. And even if you are hydrating, you're maybe not hydrating correctly. Just by adding some mineral drops can actually help your cells absorb it better, along with stress, chronic stress. So you have a headache, which causes you stress, which then causes you to have a headache, which then causes stress. So you can't get out of the stress cycle. And then sleeping. Everyone just gets on their phone at night and stays up till midnight or whatever. And I have a 3-month-old, almost 4-month-old. And so I'm up several times a night. So my migraines have started coming back a little bit more. So you have to, it's not every year you're not going to have a migraine. You have to continually work on it. But hopefully I can give you the tools to help you understand your body and really listen to it.
Well, what you're saying too is as you live your life, sometimes your life changes. What a surprise, right? Yeah. We have kids. Our kids move away. We change jobs. We have to have further for work. We have other issues going on in our life. So as our life changes, our stress changes in our lives. That's when we have to be able to adapt to that. And you're going to help them learn how to adapt faster, more quickly, so the migraines they had before doesn't keep coming back.
And how to listen to their bodies. Every single day, you should take a body check. You should wake up and go, body, how are you feeling today?
What's going on?
Yeah, and if your body's saying, "Hey, I'm feeling tired," listen to it and take a nap that day or go to bed earlier. Don't just push through because that's what society says we're supposed to
Come on
do.
now. Come on, USA, USA. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is when you realize your life is your life, I can control that life.
Mhm.
At that point, how do I self-care myself every day? So my life being when I'm stressed, I hit that, like you mentioned, the threshold, boom, migraine hits me.
Mhm.
So as long as we pass third grade, we can learn enough over time how to help ourselves stay healthy, I'm assuming.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if you just lay that foundation and just continue to help yourself by
Mhm.
in adding magnesium. Everyone's deficient in magnesium, it seems like. So, and especially migrainers. So just maybe I'm gonna start taking my magnesium again because I realized I'm starting to have more headaches, or I'm going to add that CoQ10 again because I'm starting to have more headaches.
Mhm.
Listening to that body and realizing, oh, I stopped taking that a while ago. I probably should start taking that again because my body is telling me something.
And because some people don't know, what is magnesium for?
It's a mineral
Mhm.
that is like it's got over 3,000 functions. It helps the cells in
Mhm.
so many levels, and it's a relaxation of type mineral, so it helps everything chill out a little bit, from gut health to brain health, and obviously, I think those are completely intertwined. So magnesium is the go-to solution.
Or what I do too is tell people that when you take magnesium, your body's smooth muscle relaxes, so your body
Mhm.
gets into more of a relaxed state.
Yes, exactly. So less stress,
Yes.
all of it.
Well, it's not going to make you fall asleep on the road. It's just going to help you
No.
relax. All it is. And what
Yes.
is CoQ10 for?
So it's oh, it just like I said, just slips
Well,
out of my
what I
mouth.
recommend people for my own personal sense, it's
So,
more to oxygenate your body better. Your blood
yes.
cells have something what's called hemoglobin. They're your carriers of oxygen to your body
Hmm.
through your blood, so it allows them to work more efficiently. I
Exactly.
think right now, being obviously still in the pandemic, people going through a lot of brain fog, a lot of muscle cramping, people that have been severely hit by COVID, especially the recent strain too. I tell them, hey, look, get some CoQ10, order through Amazon, whatever you want to order on. At that point, get some in your system, get your body to become more efficient right now until you
Yes.
get back to your normal state of health.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm your backup. I'm your backup assistant. That's what I do. But the thing is, when you understand the basic, and again, if you talk to your doctor and go, "Hey, doc, why didn't you prescribe me CoQ10 and magnesium?" Like, that's not what I do. I go, I don't have to be a specialist. Come on, this is nothing that's required for
The
health.
thing with specialists is they're really, really good at diagnosing. Very wonderful at diagnosing. I have an amazing neurologist. He just doesn't take it past that step of, let's find the root cause of why you have this diagnosis. This is a diagnosis. Here's a pill for that.
Boom! I passed my grade. This is cool. Come on, but without the application though, I mean, like for my patient today. Okay, so got today. He's had back pain for 10 years. I go, hey, look, what happened? What's going on? He goes, well, no one ever told me. So I said, I'm going to walk you through what's going on. And my job is to see you and treat you, but I want to give you things outside the office so you
Hmm.
can rehab and find a routine that works for you to get this looser, stronger, and back to your normal. They go, wow, no
Well,
one's
and
done that before.
And they may know some of those things. Like my neurologist, he's definitely smart enough to know some of those things. However, he doesn't have the time to sit there and give the education that I do. That's my job as a
Mhm.
nurse practitioner coach, is that I can be like, listen, this let's go through everything and even start from the beginning when you were born, to all of the things that have hit you over time that have caused this problem.
Well, I think when you're doing that too, how do you explain to them getting into a routine of maybe taking your magnesium CoQ10 every day? Make sure you hydrate every day. How do you get them to understand the importance of that?
Lots of education. And
Mhm.
then on top of that, making it a habit that's easy to add on top of. So you
Okay.
brush your teeth every day. So let's put our vitamins right beside there. So we brush our teeth, we take our vitamins. So adding a habit, stacking habits that you already have, putting another habit on top of it until you have a wonderful habit that's sustaining.
Well, I think when you do that too, now you over time becomes an unconscious routine. So
Hmm.
if you leave the house like, oh, got to take my vitamins today. Let me go back and real quick, take them before I go. It becomes
Exactly.
part of your subconscious. So like brushing your teeth every day, I hope people brush their teeth every day, but that's just a hygiene thing. At that point, I want to make sure people understand is as you do this enough, it will be sometimes uncomfortable or like, ah, man, I missed today. I missed today. That's your body not used to the routine yet. That gives
Hmm.
yourself patience, that time to get used to it. Correct?
Yeah, be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
There's so many days that I forget something at the house. Like
Mhm.
just be kind to yourself and know that everyone is gonna forget something at some point, be late to something at another
As
point,
long
and
as, like I was saying earlier, if we can give ourselves some grace of missing things here and there, as long as it's not a kid we forgot at home, right, or at school, then that would be bad. That may leave a scar. It might be a bad thing. And moving on your next step to number 4 is how is detoxification so important with migraines?
well, if you're holding on to toxins, so you're
Mhm.
getting household toxins, getting environmental toxins, even veggies that you eat that have
Mhm.
pesticides on them, if you're not getting rid of that, that's building up over time and that's causing more inflammation in your body, which then can add to migraine. So, supporting your body in a way that allows it to flush all that out, help the liver, help the kidneys, get all of those nasty bugs out, and along with detoxifying your life. Detoxifying means
Hmm.
a whole lot of different things. So as long as you're not putting them in, you don't have to excrete them out. So that's the number one goal, is to just not put them in the first place, but then helping and supporting that liver and kidneys to get rid of it all.
Well, I think you give someone a big picture of okay, it's gonna be a step process, be a lifestyle change. It's gonna be a way to make my body healthier. So at
Hmm.
that point, it can actually function better. So my body doesn't become either physically, neurologically, chemically, hormonally, or mentally stressed to where then I have migraine. Right?
Yeah. So although I say I'm a migraine coach, and that's what I want to help,
Mhm.
I'm an overall wellness coach. So I'm
Mhm.
here to say, let's get you healthy. And you may, through my program, start losing weight. You may, through my program,
Mhm.
the goal is no migraines, but there could be a ton of other benefits through that.
Well, I think a lot of it is you're helping someone live a healthier life, physically and psychologically and mentally, maybe even spiritually too. So now the quality of life, not just their migraines, improves. Correct?
Absolutely. That's the goal. I just want to help people.
Yes, it's you're helping someone not only with something that may have really shut down their life, but they're giving them that opposite effect of their life back.
Hmm.
I think that's key. What is how is mindset part of your pillars too?
So, with our mindset, we allow stress in and we allow all these other things to come
Mhm.
into our lives. And I can laugh off something, or I
Mhm.
could be like, dang it, and get really frustrated. Like
Hmm.
yesterday, I hit my husband's truck with my car. It
Uh,
was not good. But instead of having an oh crap moment, and I did for a moment, you can laugh it off because it's not going to change anything, or you can't, or you can really be angry with yourself. And so, yes, I made a mistake. I completely own up to that mistake. However, it's not going to do anything to hold on to that anger.
well, take your husband to get it to kind of laugh. To, hey, is it a laughing moment yet, or what's going on?
No, he wasn't too impressed, but it's okay. I'm taking care of it. And that's all that matters, is that it gets taken care of at the end of the day and you learn from your mistakes. But sitting down, listening to your body, adding things into your day that allow you to take a couple of those deep breaths and just really reset your body, allows you to de-stress and refocus your mindset. Meditation, finding I am a Christian, so I put Bible verses up, something that's going to help my mindset through the day and really push forward when something does come up that is going to be a struggle.
Well, it's almost a good test when something does hit you that's stressful. How did I deal with that?
Hmm.
Did I have a good mindset? Did I recover? Did I react angrily, if that's a big word, that at the same time, or was it, hey, you know what? It happened. We'll figure it out. You didn't over stress about it at that moment, and at that point, you were able to find, okay, how do I solve this problem? How do I get this thing better so it doesn't, so I can get this thing past me?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
just not allowing it to just take over your body, because chronic stress can then turn into chronic inflammation. And
Hmm.
you don't need any of that, because that can not only lead to migraine, but it can lead to other health issues as well.
Hmm. And I think a lot of people realize when they're under so much stress, they may have migraines, yes, but then their whole body starts deteriorating. Like you mentioned too, when you took tramadol, how it may cause memory loss. Also, the long term effects. No one really talks to you about those things
Mhm.
unless you really ask.
Yeah,
That's what I
absolutely.
worry about. And tell me a success story that you have with some of your clients' patients.
So I had a client. She'd had migraines for 10 years, and she was just overwhelmed with it all. And so she started the process, started laying the firm foundation. We did the test, found that she
Mhm.
was deficient in magnesium. Everybody is. And we just started working through it. It's not a you're gonna stop having migraines right when you work with me. It's gonna look like this.
Mhm.
Like, it's not gonna be just a upward projector or trajectory. So you've got to understand that this is something that you're going to have to be committed to, and you want to see those changes. But if you are committed, I can help you. I'm not going to say that I'm going to take all of your migraines away, because that's just not reasonable. I mean, it's not. It's a potential possibility, but I don't want to promise something that I know that is a potential that you're going to have a life. Something's going to change in your life, and then it's going to come back. But maybe I can give you that firm foundation to, you have one and you go, oh, I'm going to turn that around.
Good. What I tell people is that we're going to help you make you your best doctor. Give
Exactly.
you a well to look at yourself. Okay, what's going on? Are you going to be able to look at yourself from somewhere else, hopefully somewhere above you, whatever it is. At that point, go, okay, what am I doing different? What did I eat? What was my trigger? What was this? And did I make my lifestyle change? Did I get enough sleep last night? Did I take my medications? Not medications, I think magnesium, CoQ10. Am I doing the right things? I
Hmm.
think that's the biggest thing that you're helping you understand is we're going to help build a system for you, for your body to fight migraine as much as we can. But again, you can't control everyone's life. That's not your job.
Yeah.
The problem is when you have them, okay, how do we go backtrack and see where things are? You're helping someone again get that better quality of life, Courtney, so that way they can live their life and hopefully not run into their husband's cars. That'd be bad.
Oops.
It happens, all right. I park next to my wife's car every day. It's gonna happen. I can't wait till the moment. Yes, but it's gonna happen. But can we realize that and plan? Okay, it happens, like you had mentioned, and find a way to deal with it in a positive manner, not like sucking in, sucking and sucking in, and then blow up one day.
My five
So that.
steps, because
Go ahead,
you
go one more time. Listen, go ahead one more time. I for some reason my computer now shut off. So go ahead one more time.
the functional labs, the education, the detoxification of your lifestyle and your foods and all of that stuff, adding in things that that's with the education, adding in those things that we can help you with, and mindset.
Good, good, good. And a lot of what you're talking about is when you figure out these 5 steps for you, at that point, now you have enough information to move forward. Okay, now how do I live my life a certain way from here on and check with Corey when I need to when things don't seem right.
Hmm.
All right. And I put on your website and also your Instagram on there too. I'm gonna add your TikTok later on too. Hopefully it's a funny TikTok like most people expect. I don't know what it is. Okay. But a lot of it is
Oh,
good.
with funny.
Yeah, that's the thing, and put your kids in there too. I don't care. But a lot of those when we like yourself doing put yourself out there more and more and more with interviews like this and on social media too. People get to see that, and we learn even as educators too what's working for people, what questions they have, things that we may not see until someone else responds. So my audience, please, please, please go to Courtney. Hey, I have migraines. My mom has them. My sister has them. How do I deal with this? What do I do with it? She's obviously going to give you some information steps to get things going, get things moving. All right.
Absolutely. I can't wait
Anything
to.
else? Anything else, Courtney, or any like last takeaways?
No, I want you to know that if you do have migraines, you are heard. I see you. I
Mhm.
know that maybe the doctors just are handing you pills and you don't feel like you're getting better, but I'm here to hear you, to listen to you, and to help you.
Good. You're helping them remove that what ifs, that no one's listening to me factor, and give them a way to voice their concerns and help them. All
Absolutely.
right. Cool. Thank you for being on the show, Miss Courtney. I'm going to hold up. Stay on the show. I'm going to end the live broadcast. We'll talk some more afterwards.
Okay.
Thanks, guys, for listening and watching, and I'll see you guys soon.